Alright guys, we're back. Sorry. This should be a little bit less heavy on my system. Alright. Yo. Come on. Also, I just want to say I got some exciting news, which I'd like to share with you guys in a moment. I think we should take this instead. Get the hell out of here. Oh yeah. Ah, fuck. Fucking guy. Saw me firing, you idiot. Fuck, you're gonna die. Run, just fucking run. You're gonna die, dude, just fucking go. You're not gonna make it. Fuck it. I don't think I'm gonna make it either. Yep. Oh my god, dude. Fuck. Well, anyways, like I said, I have some good news, or some pretty cool news, whichever way you want to see it. A TV show from my time, which is the early 2003. That's when the show came out. Well, anyways, they're gonna make a reboot of that show. So this show came out in Nickelodeon in 2003. So since they're gonna make the reboot, I've been talking to the community that's gonna do it. And you know, we had like a little drawing competition, so you could draw the best, the character from that TV show. And a lot of people did it. They did a pretty good job too. This one dude drew like this mosaic looking thing. It looked like it was like oil paint or something. But he went into detail, man. Like, I think that was like the best picture there. And I was talking to the main guy. Well, one of the main guys. So, like, we got along pretty well. that community is pretty. It's really supportive, man. They're really cool. And I told them that I make music, and I was wondering if they would need somebody to make music for that reboot of the show. They told me to ask the main guy, and hopefully, man, hopefully I get to make a song for the reboot of that show. I don't want to tell you which show it is just yet until like it's finalized, until I'm sure that I'm gonna be working on that track for that show. And the show it already has its main theme, which they should keep. Definitely, I don't want to touch that at all. But I want to work a song for one of the episodes for that show, or something. So hopefully, this guy replies to me tomorrow with the answer. Which is like the main manager that's, you know, taking care of all the animations and all that stuff. Because it's a cartoon show. And I'm psyched that they're going to make a reboot. And they already got a big team going on. They have like a lot of people already working on it. And one of the, they actually have one of the co-producers for that show working on it as well. But it's showing a lot of a lot of stuff that's gonna happen, like sneak peeks. And what they did, they already made the first half for the first episode, which I got to watch. It was pretty dope. But trust me, it wasn't like the most spectacular thing you've seen. It was rough. It was very, very rough. It was like some of the images were not even drawn like completely, but that's the whole thing. But it looked good, man. They I think they made like at least 15 minutes worth. But from what I saw, that show is going to be a little bit more darker, since it's not part of Nickelodeon anymore. Yeah, they decided to go a little bit more darker, and it makes more sense because like the first 3 seasons of that show they're pretty happy. They had their serious moments, but it always ended up with a haha. That was funny. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. If he says yes, then I'm definitely gonna go all out with that song. Since it's a reboot, it's been 2003. It's been like at least 15 years since that show canceled. And there's a lot of controversy with that show, particularly just because first it was on Nickelodeon for the first 2 seasons. Then they waited like at least 3 years because Nickelodeon, had SpongeBob during that time. And yeah, SpongeBob and I think the Fairly Odd Parents were on during '03, and they were the dominant cartoons during that time. And which forced this show, which was very obscure, very like unique, out of that circulation, just because SpongeBob today is still like the highest. It's pretty much It's pretty much Nickelodeon's cash cow right now. And the group and I, we've been talking about, like, we've been saying things like, oh, fuck. They fucked me up good. Well, anyways, now that I'm down. Yeah, to this day, man. Yeah, to this day, freaking SpongeBob dominates the freaking Nickelodeon. And it pushed out this show a while back. So it forced the third season not to come out in Nickelodeon, which during that time I missed out on that third season, but it's okay. Later on I ended up, finding a way to see it. So now they're rebooting the fourth season. So we were saying exactly, the group and I, we were saying exactly how would it be if that show that we like lasted as long as the Sponge did. The thing is with that is the show would have probably been crap by now if it did last that long. But honestly, that show was just so it was just so unique and interesting. It had a very interesting art form. It was Art Deco, which Art Deco is a style I think from the 1920s. Let's ask Google. I'm not gonna, don't quote me on that just yet. Okay, Google. What is Art Deco? Okay, Google, what is Art Deco?
Here's the definition of Art Deco. The predominant decorative art style of the 1920s and 1930s, characterized by precise and boldly delineated geometric shapes and strong colors, and used most notably in household objects and in architecture.
Yeah. So, if you take a look at New York City, and you look at the buildings, that's like in a style of Art Deco, like the Chrysler Building. Well, anyways, this show was that style, and what made that show unique is that the background were all like kind of inspired from classic Looney Tunes. And the classic Looney Tunes, which I mean, they had a certain depth to that, added a certain depth to that show. And I ended up speaking to these people because they had a chat room somewhere, and I started talking to them, and we just started getting like really like involved with each other. Because first of all, I was just being a geek. I was being a fan. I was like, oh, dude, yeah, this show is so dope. And one thing led to another. We all started drawing. We all started fucking drawing and showing each other pictures and shit. Like freaking kids in kindergarten, finger paints. It was nice. It was a good feeling because all those people there liked the same show that I liked. And I'm like, dude. And the thing is, I didn't even know I was speaking to the main people that are running the reboot. Well, some of the main people, not all of them. And I thought that was pretty cool because I found that out at the end after we all finger painted with each other and whatnot. Like I said, I mentioned that I was a musician. One thing led to another, and I got contacts for the guy that is gonna run the whole show. Hopefully, dude. Hopefully, because I really want to make a cool little track for that show. I got something in mind. Something unique. Something poppy, but still very techy. I already got something in mind what I want to do, and it's gonna sound good. But I'm just waiting for his reply because I saw his team, and there's a lot of people working on that. I'm pretty sure he's already got people like working on music left and right, and working on art. Definitely a lot of artists were there, like just drawing and stuff. Like online during that day talking about stuff. But you would think that a show like that would just die off. I actually thought for a while it died off until a little birdie told me that they're making a reboot, and I was like, yeah, dude, we're there. But I seen a lot of their concept art and a lot of the art that they're actually gonna use for that show. And man, it looks good. It looks more vibrant, more interesting. It because I remember seeing the other show, and it was very not, I wouldn't say flat. It still had its like colorful palette, but these guys that are remaking it, it looks very, it looks interesting. I can't, it's like it's poppy, it pops. It's still true to its original style. I could say that it's very true. They're not trying to change the looks or anything like that, because the main character, come on, it's like, it's a giver. Like, you can't change that character, because that's the whole reason we watch that show. Everybody's getting shot at. And a guy right there that was developing a game for the show, he was talking to me about maybe working on some music as well for the game. And I guess he really wants me to test out the game once, because he's only gonna make like a little he's not gonna make a long game. He's gonna make like a teaser game, and he wants me to try it out. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll give you some straight up pointers. Well, not pointers, because I'll just give him my advice and how the game could be perfected. Not saying that they don't know how to do their job, just saying that it could always be reinforced and be done way better. Okay, that sounded wrong. What I'm trying to say is, it helps, you know? Sorry, I was like geeking out earlier. I still feel like I'm geeking out. But everybody there was geeking out, so it was cool. Felt nice for a change, you know, in the community. Like people like we were just, I guess, talking about like different things that could change just because in the show the characters, everybody has a certain thing with the character that the main character has to have a love interest, and a group of us were just like, nah, dude. I think it's better if there's no love interest. Because the character is just cool on her own. I just fucked it up. I gave up. I said it was a she. It's a she. Yeah, the main character is a she. But yeah, she doesn't deserve no love interest because why? It's fucking, she's dope on her own. Fuck. That's crazy shit graphics. Nah, dude, it's just probably my game. Bored and yeah, dude, it's probably just me, honestly. Because I'm running an Asus computer and it sucks. Yeah, like I was saying, dude, it was just fucking cool, man. Good stuff. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention we were watching actually they made already a 15-minute episode of the first episode of the reboot, which it was sketchy, man, really sketchy looking, but it looked good because we were there just to see the rough. Like I said, I got involved with these people, and these people just decided to show me all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm down. Let's see what you got. And all I could say that those first 50 minutes, it was like, wow, dude, it's like watching, because this show came from Nickelodeon. You know how Nickelodeon is with all the kids stuff and whatnot. And now you got characters going to fucking jail and shit like that. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? This got dark quick. But it still held its charm to be that same way. But it was just a little bit more bleak. But it fit. It totally fit, man. It was about time. And we were talking about stories and how, you know, some things could be adapted and changed, because there was a lot of questions. Like I said, Nickelodeon just dropped this show, and freaking I was asking for closure for like the longest time. Now that they're coming up with the season 4, you know, we were all sitting in like a brainstorming circle, and we were spitting ideas here and there, and I gave out some ideas which the people took into consideration. They started writing them down, and you know, starting like documenting them, which was cool. Because there's certain characters that weren't fully developed. They were like mentioned in the show, but they weren't fully developed. Which with the further reboot, people still haven't developed them, and then we were just spitting out ideas like, oh, maybe this will work with that, and they were like, hey, actually, that's a good idea. Fuck yeah, it is. And instead of having the love interest, we decided to like have, instead of like some sort of side character for her, because love interest is it just sounds too geeky, too fandom-y, and I'm not all into that. Because usually what happens, and I read some scripts that the people send me, and there's like a bunch of love triangle shit, and I'm like, dude, no, this has got to be action, and this has got to be cool. There's, I'm not saying there shouldn't be any like certain love situations, because definitely they should, man. That's what makes a good show. Think about every other good show, like Futurama. What other shows we got? Shit. Fuck. Fuck, I just had a whole list of shows. But Futurama's a good example. So much fun today. Like the time flew by like nothing. But yeah, hopefully that guy has me test out his game, because he already created like a full list of characters. He asked me like, what do I think about this one, or what do like, who would I choose as a character to play with as? And I'm like, I like certain characters. They look pretty dope. For like a video game, that's gonna be cool. And the crazy thing that every single cartoon character had a video game, but not this one. It was featured in some Nickelodeon games, but it was never fully like a game in its own. Which this guy is creating a full game for that. Well, not full game. He's making like a test, not a test game. What do you call it? Like a prologue to the game. What the fuck was that? So if this goes down, dude. Oh yeah, man. We're gonna make a very sick song for the show. In other words, I mean, in other news, freaking me and DMX are talking now. Like he needs like a ghost producer to make him a song. But I haven't replied. I'm too freaking to work on a song for DMX. I'm just too fucking so intimidated, dudes. Fuck are they firing at? And if you don't know who DMX is, maybe this will remind you. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. Like, yeah, I think he's been looking for ghost producers for a while, and I was just like, I just raised my hand, and I got a message back, and I was like, dude, maybe. X gon' give it to ya. We gonna give it to you. DMX, I don't think I've heard anything new from him for a while. I don't got a scope. Freaking crawling out of the woodwork. What do you guys think? Should I work on a song for DMX? Smash or pass? I don't know, man. Shit, dude. Had it in single. Fuck. Wow, we're dead. Just kill me. Hello, kill me. Here. Motherfucker. I'm gonna hide in the smoke. Oh shit. Damn it, bro. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't go to sleep. Fuck. that's fuck. Good shit, man. I totally forgot, like, how did I even, like, started thinking about that show? I think I don't know. But it's a good thing I freaking caught it at the right time, man. People started like, yeah, I think they're gonna do the reboot in 2021. Next year. But yeah, it's very chill community. Like even like I don't give a fuck. I think it's just a. I mean, I do give a fuck, but I'm saying like I don't give a fuck. It's just a cartoon, but people like, and you know how the internet is. They fucking, if they could make something hentai, they will. And there's a lot of hentai pictures of that show. And there's a few porns here and there. Don't ask me how I know, but yeah, these people don't even want to hear that. You mentioned something about a certain artist that does the porn pictures of fucking of that show, and they're like, nah, dude, we don't want to hear that shit. Like, they're like, that's cute, I guess. And like, nah, there's no speaking of that here. Like, you mentioned the artist, and they're like, no more talking to you. So, I mean, I kind of want to just make jokes here and there about it, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I want to lose my opportunity. And it was just this one guy that kept mentioning that shit. It's like, what about that artist that does the porn? And they're like, no, just you're gonna be blocked from the conversation. That's adorable. But it's cute, man. Like the girl character in that show is very. She's likable. And I'm like, and they take it serious, man. They take that drawings, they take their drawings and their production serious. They don't want to think about none of that shit. Oh yeah, so what do you guys think? Should I do the gig for DMX? I don't know, it just seems kind of sketch, man. Like an artist that hasn't done music in a while asking for me to ghost produce a song. bada. And I'm not even dissing the man. He probably still got bars. But I'm just kind of like, I'm out. Adios, dog. The hell is everyone? X gonna give it to ya. He gonna give it to ya. I'm just really more excited about the show, man. About working on a song on the show. That's just freaking exciting. I'll be so pumped just to have a favorite show come back. And it's not even a lame show. It's not like I'm being an old guy being like, oh, back in my day we had the British cartoons. No way. This is a good show. I think it's a show that could definitely come back time and time, just because the character is she. It's a she, but she is an interesting character. It's not just a she. Oh, and another thing for that show, the reason that it could come back time and time again is that you have a girl as the main protagonist. I mean, main protagonist. Yeah, correct. What the fuck is this guy looking at? Where is he? Oh, fuck, do I go this way? Woo! Woo! Now that boy want me dead. Out. Fuck the bullshit. The fuck? We gotta go this way, dude. And I know I'm talking a lot about that show, just because, you know, you gotta understand, guys. Back in the day, that show was like, was the tits. Like, have you ever had a favorite show? Oh yeah, another thing that we weren't allowed to mention. We weren't allowed to mention SpongeBob, just because it killed that show. Fuck. Holy shit. Fucked up my homie. Get away from her, you fish. Oh fuck, I'm getting fucked up here, dude. Oh, I discoed? Fuck. Oh shit. Fuck it. But once I get the green light to make that song, I'll keep you guys posted. That's definitely something. Yeah, I want you guys to come with me on a journey. I guess we'll do one more match. Yeah, if that gets greenlit, I'm just gonna say, you know, fuck the rest. I'm just gonna do work on this song and perfect it and make it good, because that show is totally worth it, and I'll be sharing that show with you guys too once it's all completed, said and done. Commandant 2. No, you're not. I am Commandant. Another crazy thing is that I was talking to the people, and a lot of them, you know, they may call me a nerd or a geek, but they don't know Star Trek. They've never seen it. And I'm like, well, not all of them. Some of them have, but that's not the point. The point is that that show had references from it too. Even sound effects. Which is crazy because... Oh, fuck. Man. She's trying to punch the shit out of her. And people have done, like, YouTube reviews about that show. But they never mentioned, like... They mention all the popular, you know, all the popular movies, like the references from Alien, like I just mentioned. Get away from her, you fish. Also, other references, like from War of the Worlds. That's another reference. But yeah, there's so many references, man, that are related to Star Trek. Because in my opinion, I love that show, man. It's one of my favorite, you know, ongoing series. It's still going to this day. But we were talking about it, and I gave one of the guys that, you know, writes the stories, I gave him an idea just because that show has another reference in there about Star Trek the show. And we were talking and we're like, hey, how about, you know, in one of the episodes, instead of being about the main character, make it about that show, which is a reference from Star Trek. And they were like, well, we don't know it, we don't know Star Trek too well. And I'm like, dude, I know that shit back to front. And they're like, we'll keep you in mind just in case they do write that story. And I'm like, all right. Good stuff, man. Honestly, I feel like that would be perfect because I think they're gonna make season 4 and 5, and they were just like brainstorming right there, talking about different, you know, storyboards. Like I said, I was reading a freaking story which dealt with a love triangle. I like the concept, loved it, but I just don't like the whole love triangle thing. Like I said, it's pretty cliche in my opinion. I just pretty much said it's a good story and it fits with the whole show. I just don't like love triangles, that's all I said, because I didn't want to criticize the story because that's the writer. Come on. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. You gotta take a look at what the show is and the story, if it's relatable. Of course, it's relatable. Do you like it? You don't have to, but you could kind of relate the story to the show more to yourself. But hopefully they don't fuck around too much with the whole love triangles and, you know, who's gonna be the better match for the girl. And I'm like, dude, just, you know, since she's got her abilities of being who she is, she shouldn't have to deal with none of that shit. Just because the character stands on its own perfect. It doesn't need a whole fucking love interest bullshit. And me myself, man, I'm an inspiring, you know, artist myself. I've tried to make freaking cartoons, and it's pretty hard. But, you know, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it. It's just gonna take more time. But I could appreciate somebody that's has a team doing all that, because you could really see the gears move on that machine, dude. Everybody's working on something. Hopefully we become part of it, man. I just want to really work on that song. Also, if you guys don't already know, my new song already came out. It's on my SoundCloud. Check it out. You already know, GHOSTLABz. And it's going to be the first song, Purple Filth. Enjoy. Actually, that's the song that I showed that they liked, which they gave me the contact to contact the main guy. So yeah, you guys enjoy. It's got that feel, you know, for a drive or in the club type of feel. That's a good track to start 2021. That's the sound of 2021. But anyways, guys, I gotta take off because fucking I gotta try to go to sleep. It is 3 o'clock in my area. I'm not tired, but I gotta try to fucking shut my eyes. Fuck, dude. Doesn't that suck? Anyways, dude, see you guys tomorrow. I'll be streaming again. It is New Year's Eve after all. Oh, today's New Year's Eve right now. Anyways, if you guys don't show up tomorrow or say hi, you guys have a happy New Year. Hope everything goes well. You guys take care. Peace.